Secular Sakai saying, if Chechnya and Dagestan ever gain independence from Russia, do you believe they will be theocracies, EU alignment, or Turkey and the Middle East? Chechnya, I heard Chechnya, I'm not very hopeful. Okay, Chechnya. Again, I don't know what will happen. Things might, you might get surprised, but I'm not very hopeful with Chechnya. Chechnya's both the people who seem to be successful in leading Chechnya and the ideology of its people seem to be a recipe for, a bad society. But again, things could change dramatically in a couple of years. So I'm not gonna.
There are people in Chechnya who are very anti-Ramzan Kadyrov, and
yeah, but they are extremely. But they're very Muslim,
very religious. Oh yeah,
very Islamic. Yeah.
Oh yeah, they torture LGBTQ community and
no. But I'm saying the people who are against the dictator, they're also extremely Islamic. So I don't know if
it goes both ways. But yeah, look, I mean, I'm not the expert of that, but it's a bit harder for them to be a bit more EU inclined because of the geographical location as well. They're not in Eastern Europe either, so the kind of, but not really, because I don't have a final answer to it. But yeah, you're right. I would probably think that a country that has been religionified, if that's the word, that much, especially with Islam, it's difficult to pull it out over a generation or two, or over within one revolution. I don't think that's likely.
Yeah, I'm not very hopeful, I think. And I don't know. I don't think this will happen. I mean, it has become less likely than before with Russia's likelihood of collapsing. Like what happened to the Soviet Union might now happen to Russia.
A lot of pundits are saying that. And by the way, speaking of which, it just reminded me of. So I created this channel, and I'm looking forward to this one. It's called Geopolitico. I'm just making videos on Russia and probably what's going to be happening in China. I'm a little bit hopeful. I'm filled with passion right now, but I don't know. I may not. I may not carry on with it. But I'm actually planning to upload at least one well-researched video. Like currently, the second video got like something like 580 views or something, so which was encouraging. So yeah, please sign. I'll include the link in the description. So if you are interested about Russia, I'm fascinated by Russia. I've got like 3 books on Russia and Russian history. I think it's an amazing. It's an enigma, as Churchill said. It's a fascinating country with fascinating history. And what's happening in Russia and Ukraine, obviously, I'm obviously more West. I'm more inclined to the West, and that's the common criticism. I go, why do you listen to the American BS stories? Why don't you believe the Russian narrative? I'm like, if Russia was a democracy or there was no dictatorship as there is, I probably, I would have been interested. But the moment I see that there's a dictator at the helm, and he wants to have his own way, invades a sovereign country, and wants to, just take over, I'm not interested. Like whatever bullshit argument that you have that NATO is coming to our borders or whatever, that doesn't mean that you can just invade a sovereign country and start bombing civilians.
Yeah, I think Chechnya and Dagestan will be like a lot like Pakistan if they were their own countries. I don't know. I'm not. Yeah. Hopefully things can change there. There are a lot of terrorists coming out of Chechnya too.
Yeah, the guy who killed Samuel Paty, he was Chechen as well. There's a lot of brutality.
Yeah. To have your questions answered on the next live stream, become my patron today. You can do so with as little as $1 a month. Link in the description below.